Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 105 of the Foster Child Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. We're on the curve because I moved out Connor and I moved in Clark after I invited him over because I had Saren try to join the club because we weren't no one in the house was members of the club and no one knew Clark. And I wanted for everybody to try and become friends with Clark before I moved him in, because if I just move him in, they wouldn't, have very much of a relationship with him, just like happens with the toddlers when I add them to the house. And I didn't want to do that with Clark. So she had a club gathering and asked to join, and because she wasn't a member, she was able to introduce herself, as was everybody else in the house. I believe I even had Micah introduce himself. Let's take a look at what the relationship is. Yes, so they're friends. So everybody but the toddlers are friends with Clark. But speaking of Clark, and even for that matter, Saren, I am going to have both of them adopt as care dependent the toddlers, so that when they interact with them, it will help give the toddlers attention. So because teens can adopt as care dependents, they can't do any parenting type things. This is just a base game from what I can gather function. But parenting obviously is parenthood, and you need to be a young adult and up to be able to parent. Unless you have a mod, MCC allows you to parent as a teen. So there we go. We're all out. Clark is in the house. I will try and show my recently usual collage with Saren and her styles. Everybody's in their winter clothes because it's cold outside. They're all, I think, reacting positively, I'm guessing, to Jasmine's presence because she is a little bit of a celebrity. And I like this hair. It's the hair that comes with Strangerville. It's really cute. I don't know that I've really played with it yet, so I thought I would stick it on Saren because she had little ponytails when she was a child, and they don't have ponytails that I could find as a teen, so I thought I'd give her like the little braids instead. So, yeah. Oh, and then she's reacting positively. I just think it's hilarious. Anyways, whenever you load a save, they're like constant. Or if you travel and go to a spot, the same thing happens. So let's check in on Clark and see what skills, if any, he has. Very little. He wants to be a computer whiz, but that's not part of my goals. But we may work on that a little bit while we're doing it. And but we do want him to get to a B, and he goes to school in 3 hours. And we do want him to get his manners and responsibility up. Those are the two that I'm primarily focused on for him before we would age him up. And speaking of which, so we had his aspiration, and I don't remember his traits, which we'll scroll down. So he's a geek and a genius and a quick learner because of his aspiration. So he needs to be invited to the club. Now that I think about it, no point keeping him in the house if we don't add him to the club. So let's take a look at our club here. And do we have room? I guess we're going to, don't really want to remove Evie. No, I don't. We're going to remove the butler is what we're going to do. Oh, we could remove Connor because he's not really in the house. And the reason I don't want to remove Evie versus Connor is because Evie's the one who we're getting Clark ready to age up to marry Evie, so that because we decided to switch her over to the soulmate aspiration, but we moved her out. So we're gonna actually remove, I'm in the wrong sim. I need to do this from Lacey because she is the club, the leader of the club. So we're going to go in here and we can remove Connor, and let's see if we can just add him to the house. No. I don't know why that is. We have to hit check mark, and then we're going to ask him into the club. And we're also going to adopt him as a care dependent. We may as well, because he'll come and ask us questions regardless of whether we adopt him as a care dependent or not. And we may as well be able to have the ability to do any disciplining and all the stuff that comes along with being that, since they're going to ask us questions anyway. So let me go back to Lacey. I got distracted by that, and go into clubs and, an invite to club, invite to foster. There we go. We're going to invite to foster. But speaking of clubs, we need to have Nicholas take a look at his alumni club, and we need to add in here, we can't go household. It's not household. It would probably Hopefully he's a friend. I don't actually know if he's a friend. Now that I think about it, I probably should have done this before because unfortunately they don't tend to necessarily become really good. They're not always that great with, so this is acquaintances including friends. Let me see if I can't find him. I did put Connor in a career. We might just have to invite him over and then do it that way. Yeah, I'll worry about that a little later. Acquaintances. What is this? Clubs. Oh, people from a clubs already. Yeah, see, whereas if I hadn't taken him out and done it like that, then he might have been in that clubs category. Possibly. I don't know. The others aren't in there, so I'll have to deal with that after. So let's see. Let's check in on. So Micah, I believe, is taking a vacation day because he isn't taking a vacation day. It's Friday. He probably could because he's an A student. He probably should since he's an A student. I thought I'd actually asked him to take a vacation day. So we're going to have him take a vacation day. Theron has to go to school because we need her to get to an A. So the fact that she has class makes sense. But she needs to do this party animal aspiration. So she's hungry. But we do have a club gathering going. So we're actually going to come here and rally the troops. There we go. And then after we're doing that, let's check in on the toddler's needs. She's a little hungry, is Antonia. Good, we have him in the club. Perfect. So you're going to come here, my dear, and grab yourself a serving. And Antonio, you're even hungrier. You need to go. You're already on your way to get yourself some food. Yeah. And Micah, have you taken your day off now? You have. You could do your homework, but you need to make a best friend. A BFF is the nanny here. My favorite person to make. Well, sometimes I have the kids, but he doesn't have a child with him because I'm going to have Antonio and Antonia make best friends with themselves. And of course, we had Sarah and Connor make best friends with each other. So I'm going to see whether or not they can become best friends forever. Oh, it was there. I went too fast. Let's try that again. It was the bot. There it is. So we're going to have him become best friends with the nanny so that we can, make some progress with that. Now, Lacey doesn't work because I had her take that day off. That was unnecessary. She needs to go take a shower. I think she should probably rally the troops one more time. I don't know why we can't. Oh, invite to club gathering because he's not actually in the club gathering. That's why we can't rally the troops. And then once we've done that, then we should be able to rally the troops. So we've done that now. So now that after she does that, we're going to have her take a shower. And let's check in on Clark's needs. They're okay. See, he needs to really come inside and he needs to do his homework. He needs to do his homework and he needs to do his extra because he's only a C student, right? Because the thing is, we normally have B students because we have raised them from toddler stage, never mind child stage, but you only need to raise them from a child stage. But because he was created as a teen, he is a C student and needs to learn those things. Now, what happened the other day with Jasmine is she actually got hysterical because she was streaming with the little drone, not this normal drone, but the little one that looks like I'll go downstairs. I think it ran out of there, this one. So I'm not going to have her stream with that anymore because she got all playful +4 for her playing with it, and then it died, and then she was sad. It was so I had never noticed that because I've actually stopped using this one. I tend to use this one. It's cheaper. It does the same job. I don't think there's actually any big benefit to playing with using the one that's more expensive from what I can gather. I thought it maybe lasted longer or something like that. But when you look at the stats, I think they're pretty much the same. So yeah, she got hysterical and I had to have her go calm herself down because she could have died. Obviously, that's the thing you got to watch when you're young adults and not get playful to check to see how playful it is because they can die from that. So she needs to introduce herself to 2 more Sims, but it's probably not the right time of day for that. She does need to develop her friendship with her co-stars. So what time is it? It's a little bit too early to invite people over, so I don't think that's really going to work. So we're going to have her begin a stream because the toddlers should be eating anyways. And then we're going to have her come over here and just produce a new track. And like I said, I've kind of like, she's probably going to be with us till the end. I don't think Jasmine's ever leaving. Jasmine is here. She's a permanent member of our household. Or it seems like that's going to be the case. So everybody's coming in. She has done her homework. She needs to introduce herself to people, but again, that's not really going to work very well. Does she have her? She collect a badge, give back. May as well do something useful. So she needs keep fit and outdoor adventurer. So what time is it? I don't know that there's enough time for her to be able to go for a jog because that helps with the keep fit and she could jog to clear her mind. But I think she has to get to work too soon. She needs a bit of fun. So we'll have her come here and watch the cooking channel to work on her cooking skill a little bit and get her fun up before she goes to... She got some reputation there from that, I'm guessing, because I saw a little bit of green there. She has a pristine reputation now. So I'll probably have Clark work on his empathy and emotional control, possibly. Definitely the empathy, because we'll send him volunteering that will help him with his reputation, and then that'll by default help with his empathy. But whether we actually max the empathy is a different matter. We have a bit of time because he's only a C student. So he wants to practice programming from his Wiz computer, and he wants to, I'll see about editing the video. So we got his homework done. So now we need him. You got your homework done out there. Now you need to do, right, you don't have extra credit work. Of course, because you're only a C student. So you can't do anything else. Did the toddlers actually eat? That's the question. Yes. Antonia did eat. It's harder to tell when she has the hat on. And Antonio, you didn't really eat very much. Did you not go overeat? You can just eat a strawberry to top you up a little bit. And let's check the rest of your skills. We're going to have you come and play in, do a lot of playing in, and what's thatting of stuff so that you can work on those. And my little Antonia, did you actually... Oh, you just jumped over there. Okay. So your imagination is so close to 4, but at the same time, it's so easy to just have a story read to her. We'll see what her mood is when she's happy. So happy is good for communication and for thinking. So Nicholas, what are you doing? No, don't be. Okay. If it happens, it happens. I was going to try and cancel it, but... You come here, my sweetie, and do some what's that. And can you do some what's that there? And why don't you, we're going to move these a little bit. Why don't you come play study shapes? Because you're still happy. And Clark is off to school. So we never did get that pop-up. And you are going to, where are these drones? Lots of plants over there. My drones just keep going missing on me. Well, they're all over the place. So there was one in the living there it is. So you're going to come and begin stream. I took the pet food bowl. Not that we have a pet right now. We need one more person to leave the house before we can get a pet. You're going to do that, and you're going to come and teach shapes is what you're going to do. Though probably you should be fixing that because don't you have to go to school? You're going to high school. And you took a day off, so you're fine. So you need to, did you not actually become best friends? Anyways, can we try this? Can we please? Let me look. Where are you? Where's become best friend? How come I can't become best friends? Did your relationship somehow go down? Okay. Why don't you... discuss interests and talk about school. She should become, their friendship is max. There's no reason for her not to be able, there's no reason for her to not be able to be best friends with him. So we'll try that, become best friends. And we're going to burn that track. Working a little bit on her normal, poor. I guess we'll do the normal one. We'll do the normal one just because it's really a dark, overcast day today. I thought it was just because of the time of day, but it just seems like it's just, kind of not very nice. I said it was supposed to be dry. I didn't say it was supposed to be anything else. So you're going to come over here and do a cheerful introduction. And Antonio, why don't you come here? You're still happy. So why don't you do some studying of shapes yourself? That's it. And then you can come here, and once he's actually... Oh, good, the butler's actually fixing. She left some mess behind. Teach shapes. Come over here and teach shapes. And you're going all the way over there to introduce yourself. So we got some royalties. And you need to become friends with adults, and you need to get your social up. You know what we should do? We should have you done that? You're still on your way over there. Why don't you just come over here and do a friendly introduction? Because I'm pretty sure I already bought you I did off camera buy him the incredibly friendly trait. So you may as well just do your friendly introductions and hopefully get those 2 adults that you need to be friends with. Since, you're already friends with her. Maybe not him. Yeah, you can do a cheerful introduction over there. So we got 9. It would be nice if we could get 10. I wonder how we know her. Give repair tips. So maybe we can get her in the conversation so we can see what, who she is a bit better. Like other than her name. Ask about career. Yeah, he got 1. He got 1 of 2. Oh, they're selling some cupcakes, it looks like. So we're over here. Fall, I think, is almost over. No, it's just beginning. It's just beginning. Almost should change the season to summer to match the fact that it's summer here. So he's now become friends with 2 adults. So he has completed that. Did Jasmine? She has. So she has got to the next one. So we're going to actually take a look. I can't imagine that. Let's see Micah in terms of... So he does need some manners and conflict resolution worked on, and he needs social skill. So that's a good way. One good way is to come here, and parenting will encourage giving friendly greetings. And then we are going to do some teaching, please, and thank you. And, hopefully they'll just do it right here. Let's check in on Antonio. He is now playful, and he has almost maxed his communication. But maybe what we'll do is, I don't know who this call is. Oh, Saren. I'm just trying to figure out which of these I want affected more than others. I'm just going to do that one because conflict resolution. Yeah. So we are going to come here and we're going to read to Toddler. We're going to read to the 2 toddlers because they're going to need that when they become children anyways. And I am pretty sure being read to as toddlers counts, especially if you read like this. I don't know that being read to in bed counts the same way, but it does count when you do it here. So that means both toddlers are being essentially taken care of. So she's not streaming like I want her to do, to keep working on that fame. So I put it in the wrong spot so it didn't drag over. So we're going to put that here. We're going to begin a stream. And then you can keep painting because everybody's busy anyways. They're occupied. Resume that painting. And you're teaching. It didn't drag me all the way over to you guys for some reason. So then we're going to, since you've probably taught, we're going to encourage learning that please and thank you. And then we're going to teach to say sorry. Let me check in on Micah. Sometimes it doesn't actually show. Now it's showing it. So it's showing that he's learning some social skill, his logic. So he's maxed his creativity and his mental. But I think with his creativity, he still has to work on the creativity aspiration on the last tier. And motor, I think he's done everything, but he needs to max it to get that done. And the mental, I believe he's finished that. One quick way to check is to go in here. Let's take a look and pull this up. So he has mentally gifted, so he hasn't done any of the other, which makes sense in terms of that he hasn't got motor done because he's not maxed his motor skill. Let's see. You just started to teach that, so probably odds are we can't actually encourage learning about sorry there. So Lacey, you're doing your painting. Are you still reading? You're not reading anymore. Okay. So let's check in the toddlers. She wants to go to bed and he's hungry. So you should come grab yourself something to eat instead of playing. You, Antonia, should go to the potty. And once you're done going to the potty, we're going to have Nicholas read you to sleep. But I'd rather just have him sort of come over here because sometimes I find if I set it up too quickly, it doesn't work very well. I always get like these delayed notifications there. So the toddlers are obviously, once Antonio eats, we're going to send him to sleep. And Micah is just really going to be learning please and thank you and the conflict resolution, sorry. So I'll be back at the end of the day when Saren and Clark are back from school. So the teens are both home and poor Saren is sad. So we're going to have her, and she's sad from a mood swing, essentially. Sad plus 50 time to wear black. So she is actually going to go jog to clear her mind, and hopefully that will help her. But she is now an A student. Clark, however, is still only a C student, but we'll make sure he works on it during the weekend. And you know what? For that matter, why don't we, when he's here, we're going to see how far he can get with the scouting aspirant, the scouts, because we may as well. And he already is a fast food, so instead of doing fast food, I'd rather him be a scout, because I find that more useful than that. I'm just curious what level he is for the fast food. He is only level 1 anyway, so it was no loss for him to switch out of that. We don't need him working. We don't need him making that money. We make a lot more money with other things than that, so he is going to be a scout. That's what he's going to do. And that way the stuff he does when he's in the house will help work towards that. And if he gets really close, then we might just like push it so that he finishes and gets that. But we may as well try. So he couldn't have gotten up regardless because he didn't have his skill up where he needed it to be. So we're going to have him come over here and play a game because he needs to play a game for his computer whiz aspiration, and he needs some fun. So that will help with that. Sarah is going for her run. I'll probably send Clark for a run afterwards. And Micah, will check in on him because we've been doing some teaching. Of course, there's the paparazzi because Jasmine is a celebrity. So let's check in on where he's going. So his manners is almost up there. Conflict resolution, not so much. But that's okay. We have some time still to work on it. But that's going to be it for this part. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much.